Oh yeah! Fantasy Flight did announce the new one. I wanted to talk about that on stream. Return to the Circle Undone. Now the question is, do I make this for YouTube or do I just make this just for you guys? So, the reading is not yet complete. Dark machinations once again enshroud the Silver Twilight Lodge, and as the cards spin a new story, you find that you are key to unlocking its secrets. It's time to reopen this chapter of horrors and put your fate in the hands of fortune once more. Fantasy Flight is proud to announce yada 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 yada. This upgrade expansion comes oozing with new scenario cards and counter sets that you can add to your scenario of the Circle Undone, enhancing your investigations with new dangers and new objectives, new player cards, including some upgraded versions of cards from the Circle Undone, give you new tools and options for upgrading your decks. And this is just a brand new tarot card deck of 22 cards that we can use to enhance any Arkham Horror card game campaign or scenario. I was gonna be like, this is just all the same old shit, but now we got something new. I'm excited for that. So first you must ask yourself, will you heed the fortune teller's words? So I don't ever like zoom in on these cards. I'm happy to just let it be. Okay. Oh, Charlie Kane. You have already investigated French Hill and foiled plans of the Order of Silver Twilight once before. But now their nightmare begins anew, and you will find things that have strangely altered, twisted, or warped. New secrets have emerged, and things will not quite play out the same way this time. Return to the Circle Undone remixes the Circle Undone campaign, bringing new tricks and terrors for each scenario with an assortment of new scenario cards. One moment you may find yourself questioning Senator Nathaniel Rhodes. So he's a humanoid cultist, Silver Twilight. 1 attack, 2 hit points, 1 foot. He's an adept politician. He's aloof, and as an action parlay, test bring 2 to speak with the senator. If you succeed, either take control of one of his clues, or flip 1 doom on him to its clue side. If you fail, flip one of his clues to its doom side. Okay, that's pretty standard. About the machinations of Silver Twilight, the next thing you might be mounting a Nightgaunt steed to explore the empty space between the realms. Ooh. This is an asset. Monster Nightgaunt, 3 meat damage. While you control Nightgaunt steed, you may enter empty space as if it were a location. After you enter empty space, a Nightgaunt steed takes 1 direct damage. If Nightgaunt steed leaves play, remove it from the game and move to the nearest revealed location. Alright, that's kind of neat. Should make the Azathoth one a little bit easier, but I imagine there's going to be cards that make it harder. Okay. Of course, this card's right here, it looks like. Of course, the expansion comes with a plethora of new assets to add to your deck, such as the Moon Pendant, more tarot slot assets like the Star, the Hierophant, and you may find an unexpected ally in the Witch of Erin, some sort of last name that I cannot pronounce. Moon Pendant. It's a 2-cost, 2 experience item charm asset that takes up the accessory slot. You have 1 additional tarot slot. Each non-weakness tarot asset in your hand or committed to a skill test gains Wild. They're not just garbage in your hand anymore. That's fantastic. When the game begins, if Moon Pendant is in your opening hand, put it into play. That's sick. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. The Star. 17. You have been chosen! That's 17, right? I'm not just an idiot. It's a 3-cost, 3 experience tarot asset that takes up the tarot slot, of course. Each asset you control with health gets +1 health. Each asset you control with sanity gets +1 sanity. When the game begins, if the Star is in your opening hand, put it into play. So that seems nice with Tommy right off the bat. Otherwise, I mean, that's nice. It's a good effect, but I guess Leo also would like it. It'd be good in Leo too. The Hierophant. That is a chunky guard dog, you're right. Your true master awaits. 3-cost, 3 experience assets. So imagine each color is going to get a 3 experience tarot. You have 1 additional arcane slot. Your arcane slot can be used to hold up accessory slots and vice versa. Have you too wanted 2 holy rosaries? Worry not! With the Hierophant, you can now hold 2 rosaries. When the game begins, put into play. And then finally, we got Aaron Mac. Is that a Scottish last name? Or is that Irish? I have a friend named Niev, and a friend named Roisin, and a friend named Aofi, but I don't know enough about the language to grok the understanding of this. Anyway, she's a devoted enchantress. She's a 2-cost ally witch asset that takes up the ally slot, of course. She commits for 2 wild. She uses 3 secrets. She seems to be a story asset as well. You get +1 brain. When you draw a non-weakness, curse, or power treachery, spend 1 secret and exhaust her to cancel that card's revelation effect. Seems sick. Yeah, it's a kind of janky Relic Hunter solution. But at the same time, it also can just be more arcane slots too if you want to hold 8 spells if you have 1 million. Ooh, what is this shit? Okay. As an added bonus, the Return to Circle Undone expansion comes with a special deck of 22 full-size tarot cards. So tarot-size cards, so not just regular cards, tarot-size cards. That can be used as an optional mechanic to supplement any scenario or campaign in Arkham Horror the card game. With multiple ways to perform card readings, the tarot deck can help swing fate in your favor or riddle you with misfortune. Spicy. The Fool. Each investigator not defeated during this game earns +2 experience during its resolution. Sick. And then it has inverse, like a true tarot card should. Each investigator defeated during this game earns -2 during its resolution. My apologies, Bryn. This is going to be rough for you. Alright, so every tarot card has 2 effects. One for when it is upright and one for when it is reversed. The cards provide passive effects for the entire scenario. And while the upright effects are always beneficial, the reversed effects often will do the opposite. For example, the Lovers. When this game begins, each investigator searches their deck for an ally asset, adds it to their hand, and shuffles their deck. When this game begins, each investigator searches their deck for an ally asset, removes it from the game, and shuffles their deck. Oh, baby! Do you see all of the YouTube content that we can do with this? The Tarot Card Challenge. Oh, baby, I'm so excited. That's awesome. Likewise, Strength. When the game begins, each investigator may play an asset from their hand at -2 cost. During the first round of the game, each investigator cannot play assets. Oh, that's gonna hurt Travis and Bryn, but I'll just investigate. I can hit the ground running pretty quick in that one. That's exciting. All right, let's see the Empress. During the first foot test, each investigator performs each round. They get +1 foot. Okay. During the first foot test, each investigator performs each round. They get -1 foot. Oh, baby. I love it. That's so cool. That's so cool. I'll probably, we're definitely going to do tarot card challenges. Like, that's something that now we can do easily when it comes time to it. So, that's sick. Obviously, nothing too big to react for here. As you can see, there is Sign Magic, Trial by Fire. That's the stars. And then that's Well Connected. I think that's when that one is. Or is that Money Talks? No, Money Talks is the handshake one. It's a green card. Bryn would know it. I always like the return twos. Of course, with the world as it is in the pandemic, we haven't finished our Forgotten Age playthrough yet. Our Return to Forgotten Age. So I don't know when we'll get to the Circle Undone, but luckily when we can start recording in person again, we have a lot of content to make for you guys, which is super exciting. Because we also have to do our... Like, if you think of everything we have in our pipeline that we haven't been able to do because of the pandemic, we have the entire first blind run of the Innsmouth Conspiracy, which I haven't even looked at the cards for the scenario stuff. Like, we haven't even thought about it. We have our second run of the Innsmouth Conspiracy where we play better than the first one because we're not trying to just jank out all the new cards. We have our reviews for the scenarios. We have our reviews for the player cards from that set. We have then the Forgotten Age Return to, and then as well the Return to the Circle Undone, which will be out in probably the summer. And then they're going to announce a whole new cycle. Oh, announcing Into the Maelstrom. So spooky.